Chapter 3 of By Pond and River. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. By Pond and River by Arabella B. Buckley. Chapter 3. Down Below. Today we will use our nets. Hold the stick tight and throw the net out into the pond as a fisherman throws a fly. Then the stone will sink the net slowly. If now you pull it gently through the mud and water plants, you are sure to get something. Bring the net to land and lower it on the grass, and put all you can find into the clear water in the bottle. You may find a little fish, or some tadpoles, or water snails. Or there may be one of the curious creatures shown at A on page 10. I'm sure you would not think this was the grub of a dragonfly, but it is. It is a long insect, all joints, with 6 legs, and eyes something like those of the dragonfly. It has no wings, but a curious kind of arm, with pincers at the end, comes out from under its chin. This is really part of its underlip. It is called a mask, and has a hinge so that it can be folded back under the chin. Now when the grub wants food, he waits quietly in the mud, till a beetle or a water bug passes by. Then he throws out his mask and catches his prey with his pincers. Look next at the end of its tail. Sometimes it is pointed, sometimes it opens out like the leaves of a flower. When it is open, the grub draws water in and uses the air in it to breathe. Then it shoots the water out and so pushes itself across the pond. This dragonfly grub lives at the bottom of the pond for 2 years, so you ought to catch one sometime if you try. It changes its skin many times and grows some wing stumps. Then it creeps up a stem, as we saw in the last lesson, and becomes a dragonfly. And now, what is this in our net? At first you may think it is only a bit of stick, or a piece of mud with little stones in it, or a number of bits of grass matted together. And so it is, but there is something alive inside. If you look carefully, you can see the head of an insect sticking out with 6 legs behind it. This is a soft little creature called a caddis worm. If you clear off the pieces of grass or stick or small stones or shells, you will find the soft grub inside. It has 6 legs and a number of little tufts under its body. It breathes with these tufts, just as the tadpole does with its tufts. You may often see caddis worms creeping along the bottom of brooks, looking like tiny moving bundles of sticks or stones. You may pick them up without using a net. They build these cases round themselves to try to protect their soft bodies, which the fish like to eat. By and by they will turn into little yellow-brown flies like moths. They rise and fall in the air over the water in the evening. We did not see them with the mayflies and gnats because they do not like the sunshine. You will very likely fish out a good many little water grubs in your net, but you must look carefully, for they are very small. Some have tufts all along their sides. These are the grubs of the gnats and mayflies you saw flying over the pond. They all live some time in the water, and when they come out into the air, they do not live more than a few hours. End of chapter 3.